All right. Thank you, Creator. Thank you. And I mean that because I think I got a good study. I think I got something good, man. The top of the hour that I can share with y'all. I take the Creator at his word, man. I take him at his word. I take him at his word, man. That if you look for him, you will certainly find him. And if you're willing, he'll use you. He'll give you things to share, to do his will, to bless your soul. I'm convinced. Thank you, brother, for joining me. Thank you, Creator, for another opportunity to try to bless my brethren. I get a real kick out of trying to say something and be a part of the overall plan to raise up the kingdom of light on the earth and brethren to become brides and bridegrooms. I get a kick out of that. I can't see anything better than that. I don't see any, if I just can't see anything that is better than that opportunity. I just can't thank you enough, Creator, for showing me that how much greater, how much more of a blessing it is to seek for things that are eternal, things that are spiritual. I give thanks, Creator, for my brethren here who take a little time out during the day to try to sit and listen to your word and learn something and to bless them and to encourage them to who they are, what they're called to do. I pray that you'll use me to say something to really help give understanding as to who you are, your kingdom of light, where we are headed, the glory to come. Just, I pray you use me. I'm asking you to use me to be a light and to just bless my brethren. That's first and foremost in my mind. I love to do it. I thank you for this channel, Creator. I hope that you spread this message and that we can all be unified and that our day will come sooner rather than later. We can see the beginnings of the downfall of the kingdom of man. And we know in our spirit that the kingdom of light is at hand. We know it in our spirit. I know that I personally can feel it and see it, and I just give thanks for it. So thank you, Creator. And brethren, thank you for joining me. Nazarene, Nightshade, don't know who you are, but thank you for joining me. Good to see you. This is a room. I don't know if you know what it's all about, but hopefully you'll hang out and you'll check us out and give us a chance to talk to you. Elijah and Elizabeth, thank you. Thank you for joining me again. And Nightshade, this is a room for people who are called faithists. We subscribe to a book called the OAHSPE Bible, and it is a new revelation from the Creator. It's not for everybody. This room here, this channel here is not for everybody by far. I don't in this room, one of the main reasons why I started it is because I came into the knowledge of the faithists in January of this year. And one thing that that grabbed hold of me is that the OAHSPE, one thing that it points out that I try to always make talk about on this channel. One reason why I feel it's important, why I want to have this channel and share the things that the Creator, I believe, is giving me to share, is because it exposes the beast kingdom. Exposes the beast kingdom. We're living in a day and age where the Creator is just opened up he's really lifting the skirts of the beast kingdom, which is religion, which is deity worship, which is idolatry, which is the worship of anything born of a woman, anything born of a woman, the creator who is not God, the creator who creates gods, is given a new revelation, and it's meant to divide the sheep from the goats, and that's what it's doing. Now, again, it points to the beast kingdom, which is religion, which is Christianity, which is Mohammedanism, which is Hinduism, which is ism, Catholicism, Protestantism, ism, anything that points to the worship of with the breath of life in it. The creator calls that deity worship idolatry. So that's one of the purposes of this room. And so welcome, and I hope that you can receive the things that I'm going to share in this room. So, brethren, again, thank you for joining me. I like I was saying, I found something in Radiance anthology. Now, the reading is going to be Heaven and Hell Are States of Mind, and I think you brethren are going to really get a kick out of it. I think it's going to help us to see what the spiritual is all about. I believe it's also going to help put to rest certain anxieties that we may carry about, this or that. And it's like the creator, it's like he just keeps telling you that just be who you are. Just be. I mean, it's hard to say that, because we have to do battle and make changes, and we have to fight, and against the really a lot of it is fighting against ourselves. We got something on us called the tetracts, which are vibrations. They fight against us, attitudes, thoughts, proclivities of the flesh, always doing battle with you. And so we got to do a lot of battle with that in our life. It's part of the shaping of what we want to be, what we are trying to what's a good word for it? Shaping, sculpting who we want to be by Amorous sister. Good to see you. Good to see you, sis. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. So we are in a battle. I'm gonna touch a little bit on that when I do the reading. It's going to talk about, what it's all about for us, and basically going to touch on what we are called to do, what we will do, what we are going to do in order to in order for us to be born in the spirit under our highest blessing, to be born in spirit into our highest blessing. That's what it's all about, man. And you determine that. You make the choice. You make the choice. I love to talk about that scripture where the creator said, go make yourself. Go make yourself. You make the decision, and I'm going to do the work. And one of the big things that he's really shown us is the soul affirmations, man. I'm telling you, brethren, as we go on, you're going to realize more and more the importance of what that is all about. It's like the creator, he's done opened the door and said, look, here's the big secret right here. Here go the big secret right here. You've had that power all along. Your soul is the power that I work through. Now, up until now, we've been in the world and we've been under the influences of the world, and it's manifested in the way we think and the way we act. And that's why you see a world in the situation it's in, because the world tends to degrade. It tends to declension. The world tends to, what's a good word for? degrade. Let me see. What are some synonyms for degrade? Synonyms for degrade, decline. The world naturally devalues, it lowers, it reduces itself, it shames itself, it deteriorates, it degenerates, it atrophies, it decays. The world. See, remember we read the other day, it said that we were born, we inbreathed and inspired. We came into a world where we inbreathed, we breathed it in, the vibration that would manifest in who we would become, in the sense that it would, the vibration would, it was poisonous. Y'all remember that? We read that the other day. We couldn't help it. You know, we were born into it and our parents couldn't help it, and great parent, you know, and before that, for who knows how long, we were all born into, say, you know, we were all born into a poisonous situation that affected us mentally, would bore fruit physically in the things we thought, we said, and we did. It's the natural course of man. Let me see. Amber says, yeah, devalue or decrease. Yeah, that's the natural course of man. You know, he's like a helium balloon, you know, or a balloon period. You got to keep blowing him up, or the air will just come out of the balloon. That's the way the kingdom of man is. You got to blow, you know. The minute you stop, the air starts coming out, you know. Same way with us. That's our situation, you know. We were inspired by the pollution. We inbreathed it. We went out, we manifested it, and now the creator, he's gotten us to a point where it's like he's reversing that now. He's reversing that now. See, it's time for us. It's our day now, the faithists. It's our time now. It's time for us to shine. It's time for our kingdom, the kingdom of light. It's time for the end of the kingdom of man. So the creator, is like he's saying, you know, it's like, brethren, or he preparing us. It's like, remember the Bible, I love to say, prepare ye the way of the Lord, man. Make straight paths, as thus saith the prophet. You know, prepare ye the way of the Lord. Prepare. And I used to read that and I never knew what that meant. And now, after all these years, I mean, you could speculate, you know what I mean? But now it's obvious. The creator, the Bible, it leaves you hanging. And then, because the creator knew he was going to pick up with OAHSPE and he was going to fill in the blanks. See, he left the Bible hanging. He left it hanging, man, you know, to where you wouldn't be able to fill in the blanks. See, that's how in the creator, he glorified himself. He saved glory and honor for himself. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Nothing nobody can do about it, man. He saved it for himself. He made the scriptures leave you hanging, you know. Oh man, you know, knowing that when it came time for him to give revelation, such as we have right now, the sheep was going to come out. The sheep was going to come out. Now, I'm not trying to, I love to say, I ain't trying to sound like, you know, I'm better than anybody else or we're better than anybody else. It's just that you, brethren, you've been equipped to start your journey now while we here, while we in the flesh. And we've been blessed. Man, I'm telling you, man, we have been blessed. You know, man, we got some new people coming in. I hope you brethren come in peace. Do you brethren come in peace or for war? Sergio, I've never seen you before. You say, let me see, wish I could take us off this magic carpet ride through the sky. So it sounds like you come in peace, because I'm with you. but we got a job to do. See, Creator, he want us to deliver our brethren. See, he don't want, Christianity teach you save yourself, but faithism teaches to run. Here's another person. Look at all these new people. Who are these people? Mix Mars, Sergio. Amherst came in a few days ago. Nightshade. Let me see. Nightshade said something. I didn't acknowledge it. Let me see. He said, Jesus said, "Soul and body go to hell," implying his physicality. Okay, so Nightshade, I don't know if I welcome people to come in and ask questions if you come in peace. I'm finished with all that debating and arguing and all that. I will not suffer it. I will not entertain it. But if you really want to know, I'll do the best I can. I prefer to call on more powerful brethren who come into the room to bail me out. But I'll do the best I can. If you have like here's somebody else. I wonder what's going on here. What the heck is going on with all these new people? Here's my link. If you brethren have questions or you want to come on and talk to me, and I'll certainly do the best I can. Let me see. I wonder what's going on here. Naveen Daniels, good to see you. I hope that you brethren are coming in peace, not for war. Are you saying it all in the mind and is not real? Talking about the title of the video, I'm saying that heaven and hell are states of mind. I'm going to the reading at the top of the hour. And talk about the title. There's a link. And if any of you you have a question or you comment or you want to discuss something, or you're more than welcome, click on the link. I'll have you come on and we can talk. I've never seen you, brethren, before, so I feel a burden to let you know that this is a different type of room. We are brethren. This is a room for faithists. Faithists are brethren who we subscribe to a book which we consider the newest revelation from the Creator, not God, whom the world calls God. The Creator creates gods. So we subscribe to a book called the OAHSPE Bible. It's really a practical guidebook. And it's, like I said, a new revelation. It is not for everybody. The primary reason why I love to try to have this channel is because it exposes the beast kingdom. It exposes the beast kingdom. And beast kingdom is religion, is Christianity, is Mohammedanism, is Hinduism, Buddha, all the, like I said earlier, the OAHSPE, it does a lot of exposing, reveals a lot of things that we have never seen before about what the eternal is, about what the present is, about what we are headed for. It talks about a future harvest, and the Creator proves himself by talking about things that we had no clue about that are only just being discovered in this day. So in a summary, that's what this channel is all about. Now, we also have recently started doing something called soul confirmations, where the Creator has given us the information, given us the understanding how the Bible says, prepare ye the way of the Lord, because we are in a time right now that the OAHSPE calls the Cosmic era. It's a new era. Here's somebody else. Who are you people coming in here? What is going on here? Are you people brethren? Are y'all brethren? Or are y'all coming for war? Are you brethren faithists? Are you brethren faithists? Are you curious about what this channel's all about? It's about time for the soul confirmations. Okay, peace and blessings to you, Black Nino Macalini. Peace and blessings to you. I wonder what's going on here, though. Okay, Naveen, she says, I'm with Jesus. Okay, we can pick it up after we do the soul confirmations. Now, the soul confirmations is something that we recently began to do, and it's where we repeat these soul confirmations, believing that this is the way that we restore our soul, prepare the way of the Lord, make straight paths. We refer to another book other than the OAHSPE called Radiance Anthology, where we learn these things, and we are the last couple of weeks we have been doing what's called soul confirmations. Soul confirmations. Now, it's time for the soul confirmations. I can pick up on it after we do them because I trust that you new brethren coming in like this, I trust you don't know what this is all about. And I'll give a little word on it after we do them. The brethren who are familiar with the room, they know what it's all about. And so, brethren, let's go ahead. Let's do the soul confirmations. And for these new brethren coming in, I'm going to give a little word on it after we do the soul confirmations, and so that they can know what's going on. I hope that the Creator is sending us, he said that our numbers were going to pick up. And it's a lot of you new brethren in here today. I don't know what's going on. I hope it's a good thing. We're going to find out. So anyway, brethren, the one that we're going to do today, the soul confirmations, where I'm gonna read it and we're going to repeat it 3 times. I'm going to read it and we're going to repeat it 3 times because we've learned the Creator is telling us that this is how you create a vortex in yourself and in the world. And this is how we gain our power. We return power unto us and not to the world. So let's do this. And then since we got all these new people in here, then I'll do a summary after we get finished doing the soul confirmations. Okay. So I'm going to read today. We're going to do where the last one on the left-hand side, the last one on the left-hand side, the last one on the left-hand side, where it starts with my soul will enable. So we're going to do that one, the last one for today. And then at the end of the program, we're going to do it again so we can create a vortex. We're going to keep on this for, well, I'm going to do it for as long as the Creator gives me life, because we got a lot to do and we ain't never going to get finished with them. Even until the harvest 2049, we ain't going to get finished. So this is how we create. We create a vortex within ourselves, and we get that vortex started in the world. So, brethren, on the count of 3, we're going to do this last one, okay? On the left-hand side, I'm going to read it. Y'all read it with me. We're going to read it 3 times together, okay? All right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. My soul will enable me to transcend all my personal limitations and become superior to the fallacies and fears of mortals. All right, do it again. 1, 2, 3. My soul will enable me to transcend all my personal limitations and become superior to the fallacies and fears of mortals. One more time. 1, 2, 3. My soul will enable me to transcend all my personal limitations and become superior to the fallacies and fears of mortals. All right. And that's the soul confirmation for today. We're going to do it again at the end of the video. But we did it because, see, if you were to read up here, see, brethren who are familiar with my room, We have already done the study on this. There's so many of you new brethren in here. I should do it again. Well, if you stay with us, if you hang with us, I mean, there's a lot of new brethren in here. I mean, I'm really excited, man. I hope y'all can receive this word. Now, to give a little summary, if you read up top here, it says your soul is powerful. See, this comes from a book called Radiance Anthology. Radiance Anthology, this book here. When you order OAHSPE, they make an offer to you. Do you want Radiance Anthology too? Hey, Sharice. They say, do you want Radiance Anthology too? And if you say, yeah, they'll send it to you for free. And this book is big as the OAHSPE. And they sent it to me. And I said, man, I got to pay you guys. They said, no. He said, you asked for it, so it's meant for you. I said, you sure? And they said, yep. We are a group of people. Freely you receive, freely give. Freely you receive, freely give. Let me see. Daughter or Black Nino or Naveen said, is this the Bible you're reading? This book here is called Radiance Anthology. This book here that I'm reading from is called, here, look at the screen. Let me see. Look, see? You see that on the screen right there? Now, let me see if you can. I'm going to try to show you on the screen here what it looks like. Here is Radiance Anthology. You see that? And then look how big that book is. It's as big as the OAHSPE. See, they send it to you for free. At the end of the program, I'm going to show you how you can order it. Hopefully you can receive it. Yeah, I like that, Nazarene. The Cosmin Bible, OAHSPE. So that's what I'm reading from. Now, this book came from, see, it takes a little explaining. This book came from, see, the OAHSPE teaches us that there are people in the world. You know, that's a good question. That's something you have to decide for yourself. Does it have God word in it? That's something you have to, hey, Naveen, do you want to come on the channel here? And me, you could talk to one another. You want to come on the channel? Let me put the link in the room, because I'll talk to you. If you're sincere and you don't come in war, okay, you don't want to come on? Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Then let me just try to talk to you here, okay? And answer your question. Now, that's something you have to decide for yourself. Now, I like to give an example about when people ask questions like that. You know, I love to talk about, there's something in the world where I like to talk about how sheep and shepherds, and every now and then I show a video where sheep are gathered together, you know, a big circle of them gathered together. You probably seen this video, or you probably heard this analogy, you know, and they are in a big circle feeding. And then the shepherds are in a circle around the sheep. And then when they ready to go, the shepherd, he make a sound like, and the sheep start separating. And his sheep come to him. They even had a video where he challenged the tourists, because there are tourists that come to this area and they want to see it, how that happens. And so one shepherd made a video and he said, here, you do it. Y'all try to call my sheep. And then the shepherd said, this is how you call them. And he told them real low so the sheep wouldn't hear it. He said, say, and so the video showed the people saying, and the sheep wouldn't come. The sheep would not come. And then after about 10 of them got finished trying to call the sheep, the shepherd stepped up and he said, and you should have seen them sheep separated. Some were feeding in the middle of the flock. Some were feeding on the outside. Some were feeding, and they all separated. They came to the shepherd. It's the same way with the OAHSPE. See, we were in religion. We were in Christianity. We were in Mohammedanism. We were in Buddhism. We were in faithism. Anywhere where a man was worshipped or anything born of a woman. And then the Creator came. He gave the OAHSPE, the practical guidebook, and he told us the beast is anything that is born of a woman that is worshipped. That's the beast. And all the faithists, they heard that and they came out and they doing it silently. And nobody knows who we are and will not know until the Creator, and he has a plan. The Creator has a plan to bring faithists on stage and to show the world this is how you live with one another. See, that's the situation going on right now. You got faithists in the wings. Some have been running this walk or walking this walk for over 50 years. And they just been sitting at the feet of the Creator as he calls out the rest of the brethren, calling them out, sending the light out. He has a plan for us to live together and to show the world this is what the kingdom of light is. That's where we at right now. See, so we're here in the present. Nobody sees us. We don't toot our own horn. We don't try to go out there and, we keep to ourselves and we sit and we learn. That's a good one right there, Nazarene. That's what the OAHSPE say. The Creator is sufficient for all of his creations. He's sufficient for all of his creations. But to answer Noveen's question, it depends on whether you can hear his voice. You have to read. You have to get knowledge. You have to expose yourself to the OAHSPE. You have to decide for yourself whether it's the Father's voice. If you were in a stadium full of people and your parents were in the crowd, let's say a stadium like 100,000 people, I'll bet you every single time, even if all the people came up and they said, hi, Naveen. Hi, Naveen. Hi, Naveen. Hello, Naveen. Every single time you would be able to tell who your parents are. And that's the way it is with faithists. The Father, he sends his word and they come out from no matter where they are. And they just can't even help themselves. They have to come to this word. See, that's what's going on right now. That's why I say you have to decide for yourself whether or not this is the Father calling or not. See? And the Creator is something that he equips faithists. He let us be deceived. He let us get beat up. in the world. The world had a shot at us. I was just talking previously about the poisonous atmosphere we were born into and how we, you know, now the creator is showing us this is how you turn it around. And that's why we doing stuff like this. Soul affirmations, where look at all this stuff. You can read the other soul affirmations we haven't gotten to. Look at this. I am a soul. I call on my soul power. The great spirit is the power. My soul is organized. Look at this. My soul is giving. I am alive. I will arouse. My soul expresses. My soul abides. My soul is power, serene power. My soul is self. My soul is all my. See, we taken our power back. This is, see, the creator. He says, I work through your soul. And it's like when you confirm your soul, it's just like giving a plant water, it grows. This is how we water our soul. And the creator tells us to do it together because, and when you do it in unity, it creates a force. You can do it by yourself. Like I said, let me see. Elijah says, do these affirmations daily. Yeah, absolutely. I like to keep it on screen during the day because, you come under attack. The world and its vibrations wanting to influence you to think evil, to want to hate somebody, to get off on somebody's troubles, want to hear about somebody who they used to be on top and how they fell and you glad and it make you feel good. See, that's why the reading, wait till I get to the reading. Heaven and hell are states of mind. And basically, not to spoil the reading, the creator, he takes your vibration and he says, okay, whatever vibration you're under, that's your eternity. That's your eternity. That is your eternity, Now, I don't mean to be vulgar, okay? And I hope you understand. I'm going to say it to try to prove a point. Some people like to smoke weed, for the effect. Make you peaceful, It takes the edge off of life, Now, I actually had this thought today. That's why I'm sharing it with you. And you can't blame them. I don't blame them. I don't look down on people who smoke marijuana or do drugs. You know what? I don't look down on them. The creator, he teach you don't look down on them people, man. The problem is that the creator says it's a shame that you settle for that instead of me. Because where my people go, their weed is the air they breathe. And the hit don't last for a couple of hours. The hit lasts for an eternity. Imagine that. You know what I mean? Now, forgive my example. I want to make a point. See, the hit for the Vedas, the hit that they take, from that spiritual weed, the effect don't have no come down. It's an eternal effect. See? Eternal, not just for a couple hours. But people don't know it. And they settle for the here and now. And when you serve the flesh like that, it makes you you slave of the flesh. That's what it's all about. Will you serve the flesh or will you serve the spirit? Faith is right now. We learning how to serve. The greater blessing is how to find a way to serve your brother. And only the creator working through you can do it so that he can rejoice too. But the choice, the decision is always going to remain with you. And so I'm going to get to the reading at the top of the hour. But now what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go to my room. Now, my brother, he has a room. If you look in the description box, you might have to copy and paste it on Facebook because I keep trying to post a room in this link. And Facebook, they keep changing it. Here's my room, my mom's food ministry. There's my contact information where if there's a brother or sister trying to minister to orphans, disabled and elderly, brother, I am with you. If you want to contact me and y'all want to do something, then I am with you. I am with you. I got a link in my description area if you feel led to donate to orphans, children's orphans organizations. Here's my room. Here's my brother Omian's room. He's got a room for if anyone is new and you want to hang out and find out what it's all about. Here's another room on Facebook. And then here's another room on Facebook. Brother Omian's room. He's got a couple of them where you can come hang out. We like to just share verses with one another and talk, have fellowship with one another. So here's his room or another room. Now, I'm going to share a couple of verses I like to in my program. I like to share some things that I'm sharing with other brethren before I get into the reading of the word. And for you new brethren or you don't know what it's all about, the things that I'm going to read, it may sound a little strange to you. You just have to hang out and then get yourself caught up to speed. But basically, the beauty of the OAHSPE is that it calls men to unity. It calls, here's somebody else. Mark Elliott. How in the world are all these new, what is going on here? I mean, there's more new people. There is so many new people I've never seen before. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to scroll up and see, see, Naveen, I see something that you posted. You said, I'm with Jesus. That's cool. It's just that the OAHSPE tells you what's going to happen to you. If you are worshiping anything that was born of a woman, you pray to it, you worship it. It is, the OAHSPE tells you exactly what's going to happen to you. The thing is, you got to decide whether you can receive it or not. A lot of people ain't going to receive the OAHSPE. That's what that's one of the things that this room is all about. So we trying to just, everybody's got to make a decision, man. There's just no getting away from it. We all got to make a decision about whether we're going to worship the beast kingdom or whether we're going to worship the creator. It's all up to you. Nobody can make it for you. We made in this room, brethren here, we made our decision. We made our decision. We believe we hear our Father's voice. I know I certainly, that's the camp I'm in. No doubt in my mind. So, Naveen, you standing out, your chats, your posts, and I'm scrolling down to see what I've missed. And so I think I'm okay. Now I'm coming down to the chat. See, Mark Elliott, he says heaven and hell is not only a state of mind, but it's very spiritual and real. Welcome, Mark. I hope that you come in love and peace. If you do, you're welcome here. I don't know if you're a faithist. I hope you are, but if not, then why don't you hang out with us and see if you can receive it, because this thing that the faithists are going to be, the whole world is going to know who these people are without a shadow of a doubt. Oh, okay, so you're one of us then. Man, what a blessing, man. I don't know where all you people come from, man. This is really, wow. I'm overjoyed, man. I hope y'all can keep making it around, especially for the soul confirmations, because that's how you create a vortex within yourself and the world. I think in my mind, that's the most important thing. I wish we would all get on that one vibration, man. Oh, please, if we would just do it. The soul confirmations, man. It should make sense to all of y'all that this is the creator. He's saying, this is how you get your power back. This is how you get it back right here. Speak to your soul. I work through your soul. You tell me and I'll do it. That's what the OAHSPE said. The creator said, you tell me what you decide. Bishop X. This is, man, thank you, creator. This is what is going on with this channel. Look at all these people, man. Hey, I'm glad. That's all I know. Bishop X, he said, yo, Yaquab, I'm working on being a vortex creating faithist, but I like eating birds and fish too much, bro. Hey, bro, I used to be a champion eater, okay? One thing that I was famous for in the world, you couldn't out eat Yaquab, man, okay? You just forget it, man. You couldn't out eat, I was known for eating a piece of meat. You know what I mean, bro? I was like 6-time world champion, So you can never tell me if I can get off of it. That means anybody in the world can do it. And for you brethren who don't know, the OAHSPE calls us to get off of meat. Don't eat anything that had the spirit of life in it. Don't eat anything that had the spirit of life in it. The OAHSPE the creator is telling us, whatever you do, get off of flesh. Get off of flesh food. Why? Because the creator said it's going to stunt your spiritual sensitivities. Your spiritual sensitivities stunt your growth. So I know, I knew how to use a fork, bro. Okay. No doubt about that. No doubt about that, man. So if I can do it, I'll never let anybody tell me you can't do it. I can't hear that, man. But see, with the OAHSPE, there are other things. See, we all got to just start walking, man. There are things that, I'm not perfect, and I'll look down. I know that getting off of meat is hard for brethren. I'm rooting for you, man. I'm not against you. I ain't going to come down on you, I'm just rooting for you, because when I get to the reading, it's going to show you how the creator, he's going to show us what we are doing to ourselves when I get to the reading. Okay. Let's see. Bishop Beck, he said earlier, Brother Sela, I was saying that meat makes the blood acidic and it's harder to get up into Etheria? I don't know. All I know is the creator he says to stop eating it. And he does give some reasons. You know what I mean? And those reasons are spiritual. And it makes sense to me. One of the reasons why I really subscribe to the OAHSPE, it just makes too much sense, man. It just naturally, I gravitate to it naturally. And a lot of the stuff that, that vegetarian meat, it's like you can close your eyes and you can't even tell the difference. See, Bishop says apparently a vegetarian diet makes the blood more alkaline. I don't know. I think I heard that before. I think you may be right. Oh man, look, it's time for the reading of the word. So let me do this. Let me scroll a little bit. And y'all, I'm not going to go into it. Just y'all stop the video and go back, look at the video. Now, here's a good one for Naveen. Naveen, this is part of what we believe right here. The Jesus of the New Testament is under the inspiration of a false god. I know that sounds harsh, but you have to decide for yourself whether or not you can receive it. You have to decide for yourself, sis. I encourage you to read. Here's the verse where the book of Esther, I believe it is, where it talks about Christianity and the deception of Christianity. A massive deception. Massive deception. Let me see. Oh, thanks, Omian. Book of Fragapati. Okay, I don't know what verse you're referring to, but hey, brother, I could join you today because I got cinnamon tea, brother. Every time Omian show up, I take a sip of whatever I'm drinking. He likes cinnamon tea. Let me see. Bishop says, or Nazarene says, you cannot hear the voice of the Creator when you eat flesh. He's got a point, man. I mean, nobody wants to sound harsh, man, but I can't argue with him. I can't argue with him, man. I know that if I can do it, if I can get off of that stuff, anybody can do it. I firmly believe that. Let me see. So let me see. Nazarene says, take Naveen to the story of Joshua. Can't do it right now, bro. Time for the reading of the word. Maybe you could talk to her what you want her to know about it. Oh, okay. Omian posted it. Book of Frag Patty. For if you set your soul to feed on animals and to dwell with them, the gods. Oh my goodness. I don't even think I ever seen that before. Look at that. The gods cannot deliver you to my emancipated heavens. See, that's why I'm telling you, man, this channel ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody, man. I mean. So, oh, you're a boy, Naveed. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. All right, well, it's time for the reading of the word. Just look at these verses here and stop the video and go back over them if you want. It's time for the reading of the word. The title of the video is Heaven and Hell Are States of Mind. And it's going to be a good read, brethren. It's kind of lengthy. It's a good read. And, one thing on this channel that I like that I am interested in how I can make the resurrection. I am interested in how I can make the resurrection. I'm not interested in talking about other people, putting them down, getting a kick out of how they fallen flat on their face. I'm interested in how I can make the resurrection. Okay, the first, second, or third. and then whatever is after that. So I focus on things that the creator that he gives me to what I should do, knowing that it's beneficial for any one of us. So again, all right, now it's time for the reading of the word. So let me go to the reading of the word. Now the name of the video is called Heaven and Hell are States of Mind. Heaven and hell are states of mind. So let me make the screen big and let's read. And I think you, brethren, are going to really get a big kick out of this. Heaven and hell are states of mind. Now, I'm reading from Radiance Anthology, the book I showed you earlier. Let me show you again. Show you on camera. See, make sure you can see it. Radiance Anthology. That's the book right there. And I'll give you the ordering information. I meant to put it in the description. And I keep forgetting to do it. So that's it right there. That's what I'm going to be reading from. Now, may the Creator bless the reading of his word. This is the video. It's called Heaven and Hell are States of Mind. It says, when we were children, we were taught that hell was a very real and material place of fire and brimstone where souls were tortured because of their sins. That heaven was a very material world with pearly gates, golden streets, singing angels with harps and crowns, who spent their time rejoicing because they had been saved from hell. When we outgrew these childish beliefs, we were taught that God was an infinite state of pure consciousness, a formless being everywhere present. We were informed that the physical world was illusory, for both within and beyond the physical world, there was nothing but God as a formless intelligence. We were led to realize that profound faith in our intellectual understanding of this formless being would heal us and save us forever from all limitations. So, in essence, summary, we had these preconceived ideas. Well, we were taught, and one of the unintended consequences is it talks about we turn to knowledge in order to save ourselves and find God, and it makes you self-focused to where the focus should be external instead of internal, so far as our brother is our chief consideration. He should be, or one of our chief considerations. It says, when we turn from these metaphysical abstractions to the only power we could know for ourselves, which is the knowing ability of our own intelligence, empirical understanding, that which we have experienced, we realize that the kingdom of heaven and hell are both within us. We realize with Milton, I guess this is someone that said, the mind in its own place and in itself can make a heaven of hell and a hell of heaven. It says, as we affirm the positive and kindly qualities of our spirits through many years of effort to heal and uplift those in need, we gradually gain a broader, deeper, and more scientific revelation of the principles of mind. We realize that the universal mind, now here's what I wanted to point to. I really wanted to point to this right here so that we might consider this. So that I hope we really consider this right here, because we've been under the vibration of thinking that the creator is vindictive. Now, the world calls God, the creator, God. Sometimes I get uncomfortable in my power chair. So it says, now I wanted to really emphasize what I'm getting ready to read right here, right now. The stuff he knows. Now it says, we realize that the universal mind, and again, I want to emphasize this, brethren, this part of the reading is real important. Check this out. It says, we realize that the universal mind is organized into many states of mind. It says, as this country is organized into many states, so the universal mind is organized into many states. All parts of the organic nature of the Creator. Imagine that each state in this country represents a distinct quality or state of mind. In one state live only those who are hateful and malicious. In another state, those who are greedy and selfish. In another state, only those who are seeking to practice kindness and to outgrow selfishness. It says, in still another state, there are those who have organized themselves into a team of educators in order to make it a little bit smaller so we can read it a little bit smaller. In another state, those who are, I'm in the middle of the screen. In another state, only those who are seeking to practice kindness and to outgrow selfishness. In still another state are those who have organized themselves into a team of educators in order to gain the strength of unity necessary to protect themselves from the destructive spirits in the lower states of being, whom they are working to save from ignorance and suffering. It says, we realized in our earthly efforts. Now, again, let me go back because it says we. It's important to know Dave Way. Wow, somebody else. Man, this is really, man. Wow. A lot of new people, man. A lot of new people. Welcome, Dave Way. Welcome. I hope that you're a faithist and that this is, I can't go into it right now, but never seen you before, but I hope you hang out with us, and if you don't know what it's all about, you give us a chance to talk about what it's all about, this channel and what we do here. So it says, we realize now, it says we, all right, we. Now you got to understand this here book, Radiance Anthology, it was given to us in the same way the OAHSPE came to us, a suis, a sargus. Now, if I went to the OAHSPE and I showed you what a suis or a sargus is, it's a person who is able to see and with their eyes closed and hear with their ears shut. Is how it describes a suis or a sargus. That's where this came from. That's where this came from. So you can know what I'm reading from. I'm going to the definition to show you where this book came from. A suis is called a suis. A suis. And you probably heard of people like this in the world. A suis, let me make this screen bigger. A suis is in general, it is the ability to perceive spiritually, and sometimes used more narrowly is the ability to perceive and or see or hear angels, spirits in their natural condition. Spiritual comprehension. There are people like this in the world. Don't be surprised, man. You know, you probably heard of somebody who, or you yourself are one. Clairaudience and clairvoyance, a person who can see with eyes closed or one who can hear angel voices. And not imaginary, but that which can be proved by experiment. You can experiment and see if these people know what they're talking about. One who has clairvoyance is also called a seer. All right. That's how we got this book right here, Radiance Anthology. What I'm reading from, it was delivered by a suis to somebody. That's what we're reading. And not only one, from what I understand. Not only one. So I wanted to make that clear because it says we here. I'm in the middle of the screen. I think my screen froze. So let me wait until it, oh, no, okay. It says we. These are the angels talking to this suis. The angels are saying, we realized in our earthly efforts to develop the latent powers of our spirits, we realized in our early efforts to develop the latent powers of our spirits that in common with the rest of humanity, we were living in very negative states of mind. Because see, you brethren are really angels in waiting. You know, you Faiths, you're really gods and lords and angels in waiting. Right now, we're in the womb of the earth. There's somebody else. Crypto bags. I wish I knew what was going on in this room, man. Where are all these people coming from? It says, if these are mere states of mind, you think y'all will just have the wicked principalities get away with what they've done to his children without making them pay in the afterlife? Let that sink in. Now, let me see. You say, if these are mere states of mind, you think y'all will just have the wicked principalities get away with what they've done to his children without making them pay in the afterlife? Let that sink in. I'm having trouble internalizing your question there. No one gets away with anything. Make sure when you read the OAHSPE, it makes it clear. I mean, it makes it super clear. You reap what you sow. And it is not very nice, man. If you choose, well, I digress, man. I can, get into that another time. That's a whole nother subject matter, man. But make sure you understand, crypto, that and if I'm reading your question, if I'm understanding it, nobody gets away with anything, man. I mean, I could talk about how if you want to blow it while you're in the flesh, and I don't mean to sound vulgar, man, but if you want to blow it while you're in the flesh, while you're in this reality, while you are in the body, if you want to blow it, do you know that it could take you hundreds of years when you were born into the spirit to what's a good word for correct the decisions that you have made in this reality? Do you know that the Creator says it could take you hundreds of years when you are in the spiritual? It could take you hundreds of years before you learn to start defeating yourself and overcoming your mind. Whereas here in this reality, we may do 60 or 70 years with the opportunity to make ourselves and to be born into our highest spiritual self. Whereas, again, I say again, man, if you want to take that chance and you want to serve the flesh and you in the world, and you cross over, and the Creator says, don't think that all of a sudden, because you die, that everything is all right now. You know, big mansion waiting for you. You know what Christianity teach you? Creator says, don't think that way, that you become perfect, that death make you perfect. Creator says, if you are under deception, you're in the beast kingdom. He says you'll be an easy dupe. You will be a sucker. Now, I don't mean to say, again, I don't want to, I'm telling you what the OAHSPE says. And he says you'll be a dupe for a long, long time before you're able to, until that God that you've been serving, until that God that you are serving, I'm looking for a good word for lets you go or reforms you. So let nobody think, man, don't let nobody think, man, that the Creator is a sucker. Don't let nobody think that, man. That's a huge mistake. So let me see. Amber says, do you know how confusing it was for me to be full of the Holy Spirit? Okay, I can't get into that right now. Let me read it though. And the same Spirit stopped me in my tracks from going to worship Jesus at church. It was the same Holy Spirit that stopped me. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Stories like that, I ain't surprised. I wish we could talk about that, Amorous. I'd love to talk about that. Let me get finished with, let me do the reading. I'm never going to get finished with it. So when you see we here, we, remember, the angels, they are speaking to somebody on earth and they're translating. That's how we got this word. And I wouldn't say just one, but many suices were used in giving us this word. Angels telling mortals about things we can't see and don't know and what they are doing. And so it says, we realized in our early efforts to develop the latent powers of our spirits that in common with the rest of humanity, we were living in very negative states of mind. As our thoughts were selfish, we were attuned to a selfish, now it's talking to us. We were living in a very negative, we, us, mortals, right now, the earth, we were living in a very negative states of mind. As our thoughts were selfish, we were attuned to a selfish state of mind. This selfish state of mind we saw was divided into many sub-states of fears, selfish desires. See, selfish desires, ambitions, personal pride, and arrogance. Let me make the screen bigger. Ambitions, personal pride, and arrogance. Greed, gluttony, and many other selfish desires. So remember, it's like they described the universal mind. It's like, say, like the United States of America. Okay, Amherst. Okay, it's all right. So, like, you got the United States of America, right? And in North Dakota, you got people who are into personal pride. Just talk about the universal mind, the divisions of the universal mind. It's like the Creator saying, okay, if you're under this vibration, you simply go here. If you're under that vibration, then you simply go here. If you're under that vibration, if you're under personal pride, and you go here. If you're under arrogance, then I don't want to name any states and put that on them, so I'm gonna just do it differently. If you're under personal pride, I'm going to send you here. If you're under arrogance, then I'm going to send you there. If you're under greed, I'm going to send you there. If you're under gluttony, I'm going to send you there with your people, because it's the vibration you have shown me while you were on the earth that you're comfortable with. You want to be this way. You make that choice. And so the correct, Everywhere you look, man, the creator, he's only fair. Only fair. He extends a hand to you. He extended us a hand. He said, here, man, this the best for you. This here is the best for you. Do it like this. But I can't violate your free will. Oh, if you want to go about being this way, or you want to be that way, I got a place for you. I'm going to honor your desire. He says, just as we, meaning us mortals, we created generous feelings of kindness, joy, and goodwill, this talking about the gods and the ministering angels and that minister to us. They say, just as we created generous feelings of kindness, joy, and goodwill in the effort to bless and uplift others, we attuned our minds to very exalted states of mind. So the creator, he just simply, the angels are telling us, the gods are telling us, this is, just make the choice. Make the choice to stop, get away from the tetracts, the evil vibration, attune yourself to uplift others. Just change your mind, man. Creator, no, you don't know how to do it. That's why he'll help you. Just change your mind, man. Attune your mind to very exalted states of mind. Attune your mind, man. See, we got a whole world of vibration. Do you know how many people are up under personal pride, arrogance, greed, gluttony, and many other selfish desires? See, when you minister to those types of vibrations, you draw like-minded people. You gonna draw like attracts like. In this world, look on the videos. Look at, the more controversial, the more people, the more bloodshed, the more bloodthirsty, the more warnings about, how the world is getting ready to get bombed to hell and back. Always the most views by far. Now, that is, I don't want to say everybody, but it attracts the worst in a lot of people. They want to know about it. They revel in it. They take sides, and we're number one and we got the biggest bombs, and they get attracted like moths to a light. See, we each go to our own camp. We go to, and then all of a sudden you're born in the spirit, meaning you're dead. And the Mashars say, okay, here's his record. They hand it over to the ASAP. The ASAP says, hey, come with me. Let me show you where, let me take you to your people. And there you go. You with your people now. And so it's a whole billion bunch of you under personal pride, under arrogance, under greed, under gluttony. You're with your people. That's what you chose for yourself, man. Under deity worship, under idolatry, under a false god who working you day and night and got you out there and gathering his food. That's what the OAHSPE says. A ruthless Lord ruling over you. Now, I don't like to talk about that because it just, but I'm telling you, man, the OAHSPE, the creator, if he didn't set up a guardrail, I'm telling you, man, men don't care. Even when you warn them, you can't get their attention, man. And so it's the mercy of the creator. He said, look, man, I'm trying to talk to you. Don't fall for Christianity where, you a mass murderer and then all of a sudden you get out of it, when you're born in the spirit. It just, I'm telling you, you spent your life hating other people, you love to tear down and not build up. You think I'm joking, man, you get my drift. Just as we created general, so it says, just as we, the angels, created generous feelings of kindness, joy, and goodwill in the effort to bless and uplift others, we attuned our minds to very exalted states of mind. This exaltation due to the affirmation, the soul confirmations. See, that's why we do them. That's why we do them. We attune our minds to very exalted states of mind. This exaltation, and he credits it to affirmation. See, he credits exaltation, exalted states. See, that's what we want. We want exalted states of mind. This exaltation, and they credit it to, look at that, the affirmation and practice of benevolent states of benevolent qualities of mind quickened our spiritual perceptions and enabled us to perceive and realize nobler degrees of intelligence. They mention affirmation here. See that? See that? I just want to, what's a good word for acknowledge that? I want to emphasize that. I want to emphasize the affirmation. They credit very exalted states of mind, and they mention affirmation and practice of benevolent qualities of mind. So they telling us soul confirmations. Soul confirmation is very important, man. He's saying, he credits it here, the angel or God or whoever gave the word, the suicer, to very exalted states of mind due to the affirmation and practice of benevolent qualities of mind, quicken our spiritual perceptions and enabled us to perceive and realize nobler degrees of intelligence. So it's just like the OAHSPE says, or I think the Bible says something like, to he who has shall more be given. That's a principle. That's the OAHSPE principle too, from what I can see. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's an OAHSPE principle too. To he who has, more shall be given. And then it says, just as we knew the quality of fear by feeling fear, so we began to know the quality of love by feeling love for others. And so when I read this earlier, I said to myself, you know what? If you know what it means to receive somebody's love, when somebody made you feel like they really made you feel good, man, and that the gods here, they're saying that when you know that, you want to keep giving it. You want to give it to somebody else. And they're saying that's what drives them to minister to us. They want you to know it too. So with every other quality of mind, as we had known the self, they knew, that look, these gods and lords, they were like us. They were one-time mortals. So with every other quality of mind, as we had known the selfishness of mortals. Now you, brother, know the selfishness of mortals. Now we began to know and experience. Now we began to know and experience the benevolence of the immortals, the Ethereans, man, the third resurrection, man, the second resurrection, the first resurrection. We began to know and experience the benevolence See, it's like, have you ever had a good day, man? A good day, man. Where, maybe you were out in public, you know, and somebody just bless your soul, man, or a cute girl, woman, she came up to you and said, I just wanted to tell you, I think you're really handsome. you know, I think you're a sexy, handsome guy, and I really like you a lot. And I'm taken, but I wanted to, Ado, bless her, you know what I mean? Or you tell her, you make a woman's day, that's what, you know what I mean? Good vibration, man. You're around people like that. Creator asking you to consider that, man. You know what I'm saying? He says, the gods, lords, and angels that gave this word, they said, now we began to know and experience the benevolence of the immortals. We realize the kingdom of heaven is within. After long practice and blessing others with love, after long practice and blessing others with love, we realized our unity with an organized state of mind. They realized that came from somewhere. This benevolence, this desire to do right by other brethren, to bless them as you've been blessed, that came from the Creator. A kingdom of mind, people by exalted human beings, man. These are people we all want to live by. We want to live with them people, man. We want to live in that community. You want to live, we want to live with those people. Exalted human beings, man. You talk to them, man, they lift you up. Exalted human beings, man. Exalted spirits, angels, the Creator's ideas, whatever you wish to call them, each one of whom personified love. Then as we blessed others with love, we became a focal center for the blessings of these angels of love. To he who has shall more be given. And their organized power was added to the growing power of our spirits. As we cultivated the capacity to understand spiritual principles by teaching that we had realized to others, as we built up our capacity to understand spiritual principles, as we watered our capacity to understand spiritual principles, as we walked, as we had faith in the capacity to understand spiritual principles, by teaching that we had realized what we had realized to others, we gained a greater capacity to know spiritual truths. To he who has shall more be given, Our spirits were exalted into states of mind in which we beheld beings of great wisdom and beauty. Talked to the gods, talked about because they were increased in their spiritual understanding, because of their giving and willingness to be self-abnegating towards their brethren. More was given to them, and they were exalted in higher states of mind in which they beheld beings of great wisdom and beauty. As our minds blended with their minds, we saw great good that they would have us reveal to the understanding of humanity. As we consecrated our lives to doing the Creator's will, we vibrated with a state of power, peopled with executive wills organized to accomplish a divine purpose among humanity. See? When we had gained this awareness that opened our vision, we could perceive the cause and the cure of many human woes and limitations. See, the soul confirmations, he mentioned something here. When we had gained this awareness that opened our vision, we could perceive the cause and cure of many human woes and limitations. See, the soul confirmations, it opens your awareness. You know what I mean? And then it helps us to perceive the cause and cure of many human woes and limitations. But when we call to those who are suffering to come up and see in order that we might do the will of the Creator together, we learn that most people want to be helped without making any exertion to outgrow their negative states of mind, which are the cause for their sufferings. That's where we live today. We can't help. We can't. It feels too good to be negative. That's why I was talking about, like, you look at social media and people who get down on other people, they get a big following. It feels good to, that's a vibration. It feels that, like attracts like. And you fate this, we are surrounded. You, brother, I'm sorry. You surrounded. You surrounded, man. We are surrounded. The more negative you are, the more people you can attract. People want to be helped. People want to be helped without making any exertion. People want to be helped without making any exertion. They want somebody to do it for them. That's Christianity. There's a saying, they say, faith without works equals salvation or something. There's a saying where it says, faith plus nothing else equals salvation or something like that. They got all these sayings, man, that take the responsibility off of you. And so what the human mind is like. Well, I'm going to take advantage of you then. I'm gonna just take advantage of you then. I'm going to sign the contract, and then I'm going to go out and freak out any old kind of way. So, I signed the contract, so I got my insurance policy. Consequently, they follow blindly leaders who require no effort and who promise all things in exchange for blind faith. Promise all things in exchange for blind faith. See? As we develop spiritual vision, we perceive that people are living in as many mental realms or spiritual kingdoms as they have qualities or states of mind developed in them. So for as many psychological maladies that people have, they choose, I want to live this way, I want to live that way, I don't want the kingdom of light, I don't want to live under it. It's like the Creator says, okay, I got a place for you, this is where you want to go, this is where you want to go, this is where you want to go. It's your decision. I can't stop you. Your free will. That's something I won't violate, so if that's what you want, I have to give it to you, There's a place for you. It says, let me see, Nazarene says, faith without works is dead. No, I'm talking, there's another famous saying that where it says something like, there's nothing you can do. All you can do is just believe. And, it says something about, don't, your works, something about your works can't save you. Or in other words, it'll leave you with the vibration that you don't have to do anything, you know what I mean? Christianity, don't try to think that you can do anything. You can't, your works ain't no good, Dave, I'll be doggone. Boy, good to see you, man. Wow, what a great night. What a great night, man. What a great night. Thank you, Creator. You bless my soul. All these new people, though. The qualities of gluttony, fear, or jealousy cause those who feel them to vibrate in unison with all gluttony. See there it is right there. The qualities of gluttony, fear, or jealousy cause those who feel them to vibrate in unison with all gluttonous, fearful, and jealous spirits in these several states of mind. And again, it's likening states of mind to, like, let's say, like the United States. We got different states. You know, you got in the spiritual, there's a state called gluttonous, there's a state called fearful, there's a state called jealous, there's a state called deity, there's a state called Christianity, there's a state called Mohammedanism, there's a state called Hinduism, meaning now all those religions were good at one time, but they got hijacked. Every state of mind is peopled by millions of spirits attuned to a particular quality of thought and feeling. So if I am, if I'm under whatever vibration I'm under, if I'm under the flesh, you know what I mean? I talk about, I tear down instead of build up. That was the character of my life. I love to point out the faults of others. I like to come down on, the white man, the white man. Fritz, brother, Fritz. I love to talk about the white man, That's a state. There's a state called the white man, There's a state called jealous spirits, There's a state called the faults of others, In these several states of mind, every state of mind is peopled by millions of spirits. Look, they are attuned. They're attuned, man. They're in tune with one another to a particular quality of thought and feeling. For example, hatred was a dominant quality of mind during the First World War. The age-old national hatreds of Europe were stirred up. All the spirits living in the state of hatred were aroused in activity. They all got together, man. War, us against them. And there was no room for the spiritual. There was no room. Preachers, publicists, and politicians, preachers, publicists, and politicians. Let me see. Preachers, publicists, politicians, and profiteers. Preachers, publicists, politicians, profiteers. Let me make the screen bigger. Profiteers became inspired by the spirits in this hell of hatred, World War I. And they aroused the masses. So those under that spirit, they got together. They stirred up other people. And they aroused the masses to vibrate in unison. See, that's why we do the soul confirmations in unity. So that we can build up a vortex. And they arouse the masses to vibrate in unison with those destructive spiritual forces, their hatred during World War I, Europe. Those who voiced the message of peace were persecuted or placed in prison. Heaven is a state of mind. Hell is a state of mind. Heaven is an organized state of mind, and the Creator peopled by exalted spirits of love, benevolence, wisdom, goodwill. Hell is chaotic, semi-organized, state of mind peopled by undeveloped minds who feel hatred, revenge, animosity, jealousy, fear, condemnation, greed, pride, and selfishness in general. Hell is a chaotic, semi-organized. See, you're a thief, and you live with other thieves now. You're in the spirit now. You died under that vibration of a thief, or you were a brawler, a fighter, and you live now. You go to a whole state of people who are just like you. Every day you wake up, who I gotta fight today, man? Did somebody steal something from? Who's out to get me? Every day, man. By analyzing the dominant qualities of anyone's mind, when you talk to somebody, what do they tend to, is it positive? Is it negative? Is it fleshly? By analyzing the dominant qualities of anyone's mind, we can tell for ourselves whether that person is living in the state of heaven or hell. All who will work with us to reveal these principles of mind will have the help of hosts of angels. You brethren. All who will work with us to reveal these principles of mind will have the help of hosts of angels to aid them in outgrowing their negative, disturbed, and unhealthy states of mind. The Creator, through the angels, will help anyone who aspires to express their angelic nature in service with the angel hosts for the welfare of humanity. Neither the Creator nor the angelic host can help persons who will not sacrifice selfishness and bending every faculty and force of mind to develop the heavenly benevolent qualities of the kingdom of heaven within them. So they're saying we as faithists, we can't just sit on our laurels. We got to work it, brother. Work the mind. Soul confirmations is a good way. That's a good way to work it, brother. Let's work it. Let's work it, man. We have found that one way that leads to an exalted state of mind, we are helping to organize the power of human beings in these states of mind into cooperative association to create a body through which the spirit of consecrated hosts of angels can express through humanity. We strive to use the organized power of this ministry to help others overcome their limitations so that they may learn to work in unity with us and the angelic hosts in order to fulfill the mission of the world awakening in this new age. And brethren, that will conclude the reading of this word. I praise and thank the Creator for this incredible, oh man, for the Creator telling us, exposing the future in even more clearer terms of what it means. What it means, man, to whatever vibration that you are under. Whatever vibration that we are under, there is a place for us. Creator, I thank you for also showing us that the opportunity that we have, we're in the flesh, and that the opportunity for faithists to be born in the spirit, in their highest self, their highest spirit, and to make the resurrection and to become eventual gods and goddesses. Creator, thank you for this word. It's very encouraging. We don't have to vex ourselves over our unenlightened brethren. We can just be about your business. We can just be about reforming ourselves, reforming our soul, doing the soul confirmations, doing the persistent, consistent rites of confirming our soul, applying the things that we are learning to our soul calling our soul power to bring these things to pass. Thank you for showing us the power we have in ourselves. We got power. We got power. Thank you for letting us know that that you're preparing us to, this is how we prepare the way, for you to work through us, to give power to us to be a witness to the world and win the world in that way when they see the blessing that faith is surrender. And then the world, they repent when they see the power. And it's a shame that it has to be that way. But Creator, just thank you for this learning, your word, and the brethren who came in. We had a lot of, why are all these brethren in here? Creator, what is going, I just pray they stay with us, and I pray that you bless them, and that you will glorify yourself. So, brethren, that's the best I could do for right now. I'll put the link is already in the room in case anybody wants to come on and or have a word or something. I'll hang out for about another minute. And man, good to see you, Dave. Good to see you, bro. So that was one. I mean, heaven and hell are states of mind, man, and so it can give you it can really lift a lot of anxieties, because you, brother, know what you be thinking about. During the day what you be, considering in your mind. Where your thoughts tend to be. You know what I mean? And you really just confirming to yourself all day long, you know what? I can't help it, but I think about the Creator a lot, man. And, I can subscribe to his word, and I want to be, you know what I mean? I want to shape my soul. I believe that the Creator is able to do that, give me the information to do it. I know you, brethren, be thinking that way, man. See, the Creator is saying, that's how you make the resurrection. We want to make the resurrection, man. Yeah. Thanks, Elizabeth. Don't forget the soul confirmations. Thank you, sis. I appreciate you reminding me of that. So, brother, let's get the vortex going. Let's get it going, man. Let's do the vortex. And you, brethren, you can during the day, you should have my screen up. Those of you who don't have the Radiance, go back to this video and put the screen up, man. Put it up on your computer so that during the day, because, when you come under attack and the spirit, they're, trying to tell you, you ain't nothing. You just a big hypocrite. That's all you are. Then pull out one of these soul confirmations. To see, look, this is your power right here. Do you, brethren, know that this is your, look at this stuff, man. And, I got a whole lot for you, brethren, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be time for the harvest before I get finished with this. It's going to be time for the harvest. Look at all this stuff, man. And oh, man, you got to thank the Creator, man. He's really giving us a way out. You wish the whole world would, all of us, just do this together. Just do it together, man. And that's how we break the kingdom, false gods, bloodshed, bloodthirsty, killing and murdering. The world don't even know how to do it. They're too far gone. The Creator said, leave us alone. Leave the Uzzians alone, man. Leave the beast kingdom alone. Y'all get away from them and just, all right. Well, time for the soul confirmation. We did this one at the bottom left at the beginning of the video. So we're going to do it again to close the program at the bottom of the video here, bottom left. Bottom left, this is the soul confirmation for today, for the evening. Right here on the bottom here, bottom left, okay? So count of three, we're going to say it all of us going to say it together 3 times on 3. Okay, ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3. My soul will enable me to transcend all my personal limitations and become superior to the fallacies and fears of mortals. Again, 1, 2, 3. My soul will enable me to transcend all my personal limitations and become superior to the fallacies and fears of mortals. Last time. 1, 2, 3. My soul will enable me to transcend all my personal limitations and become superior to the fallacies and fears of mortals. All right, that's it. That's the soul confirmation for today. Thank you, Creator. Truly, thank you, Creator. Thank you for this for Radiance Anthology and blessing us with the knowledge of how to regain that we have lost, and to create a vortex, and that will spread all over. We know it's going to spread all over the world. You told us that the time is coming when millions of people, they are going to read the OAHSPE. They're going to get tired of the governments and the threats and war and bloodthirstiness, and all they need is they don't even know how to get out of it. And so you're going to use Faithist to show the world how to get out of the kingdom of man and the destruction. All he knows is the destruction. So, brother, that's the best I could do for today. Thank you for joining me. See you again tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, Creator willing. Brother, and oh shoot, I forgot I had something that I wanted to say. Anyway, okay. Thank you. Just thank you again for joining me, fellowshipping with me. And I pray the Creator bless you all with the soul confirmations, manifestation of them, peace, love, light, wisdom. And until I see you again Friday, peace be unto you. Shalom.